Hello and welcome to another video for Auto Solutions Checkpoint, and today we're going to be working on a Nissan Elgrand 2006 model. We're going to be doing rear discs and pads on it. I haven't really seen much videos covering this, so I thought I may as well just make one. So hope you enjoy it. Here we go. Nissan Elgrande, or Elgrand, whatever. Very nice looking yoke, very clean. Okay, so here we go, Elgrand. Quite a lovely looking bus. You can see why people get these as mini campers. Quite a quirky looking little bus. Looks like it needs a good clean though. Right. You can see the pads have wore right down and damaged the disc. It's a bit unfortunate. Now, basically the customer's saying that he's ordered brake shoes with it as well, because there's brake shoes inside it, but any research I've done online wasn't mentioning there were shoes of any sort inside, but it does look like a big scalp of a disc. We'll cross this bridge when we get to it. Quite a nice looking yoke inside. We can obviously subtract the mess. These things will be like 8 seats. You know, you get a wee row in the back as well. Quite a that's quite nice. It's quite smart looking. It's got like a wee display up in the dash, but he's got a tom-tom up on it. But do you know why? I think that display will be in Japanese, quite possibly. So yeah, you can see why he's put the sat-nav on it. Okay, so having a look here, we've got our discs and pads, and also we've got some shoes. So I absolutely hate doing shoes, but needs must, eh? I'm going to start by removing the wheel, and I've already loosened them off. I don't have my buzz gun at the moment. I've left it down at the unit. So as you can see, I'm just loosening the wheel nuts. They're 21mm. As you can see, the wheel was stuck, so just gently persuading it with the mash hammer. Okay, so what's holding this on appears to be a flathead screwdriver or rubber. Oh, this will be the access point to adjust the shoes inside. Right, okay. Okay, so the back of the caliper, we've got 14mm here and here. So just need to loosen that off. There we go. Obviously whenever we put these back in, we'll put a wee bit of grease on them. That's us ready to shimmy these off. But what we're going to do first is remove one. Right, and then once it's right, down to the metal. Right, so once that's out, see if you don't have the strength, just put your wee sliders back in, and then that'll give you a bit of advantage with it. What we're doing here is pushing the piston back. Okay, so that's it all the way back now. Give us plenty of room. Okay, so just doing that, it's given me a bit of room. I can now get the new pads in. So I'll set that up out of the way. Right, so we're going to need the caliper housing off it next. So hopefully nothing has seized on. They feel like they're 21s or something on the back. No, they'll be 19s. Okay, so we're just releasing the 19mm. This come off nice and easy. Shoes are in remarkable condition. They definitely do not need changed at this stage, so I'll notify the customer and just basically let them know that they don't need changed, so he can hold on to them until they actually do need changed. So fit the new one on, and obviously whenever you put the caliper housing on and sliders, put the caliper back on, make sure you clean the disc with brake cleaner. Right, I'll just go and grease these up. So this is the stuff that we use on the sliders. In previous videos you've seen me just using copper slip. Now in all my years working on vehicles, I didn't know that the copper slip perishes rubber. So at the end of the day, every day is a learning curve. I done my city and guilds in the late 90s, early 2000s, so and it was never a thing in any of the garages I worked in. It was always copper slip that we used. That was even when I worked for Ford and Peugeot as well. So it's not just backstreet garages. But at the end of the day, every day is a learning curve. So what we're going to do is put a bit of copper slip on the brake pads. We're going to be changing the anti-vibration bracket as well. So want to be getting the old gens out. Easy as that. Just clean in the wee recesses. Just making sure all the crud is away. These wee fine details, it means you can get the brakes working to their optimum performance. You know, nothing will be sticking or anything, so all you really need to be focusing on is driving it. There we go. So this here one goes to the inside because it's got that wee bit at the bottom of it. So put a wee bit of stuff on it. Don't really need to put copper slip on these because I've already got the anti-vibration plates on them, but I like using them. Force a habit. Whenever you're finishing up, don't forget to put the wee rubber bung in on the face of the disc. But once you have your disc cleaned up with the brake cleaner and your wheels tightened up, obviously you tighten them with the crack bar as well. Some people use torque wrenches, I just use a crack bar. At the end of the day, it's all down to my experience and using them, and I know when I'm going too tight. So that's that side done. So if you have any questions yourselves, if you are maybe concerned about a few things, just let me know. And your feedback is greatly appreciated. So on the passenger side, just doing exactly what I've done on the driver's side. And what I noticed on these as well, whenever I went to remove the wheel nuts, when I was loosening them to begin with, they were not on very tight. So my suspicions is the wheel's been off at this here side for some reason. I wouldn't say recently, but obviously you would get some sort of vibration through the car if it wasn't on properly. So I'll speak to the customer about it. But I wouldn't be happy with that. If that was my car and I had loose wheel nuts, I would be wanting to speak to whoever's worked on it previously. The reason why this video was so short is my microphone kept cutting off, so quite a lot of my vocal bits weren't actually working, so lost quite a lot of sound. So this here side, at the end of the day, it's exactly the same as what I've done on the driver's side, so you're not missing anything. Now, the discs and pads on that side were actually not too bad. In comparison to the other side, it was like night and day. So my suspicions is on the other side that the caliper sliders were just sticking. You know, they weren't working the way they should have, because everything else is working perfect. Even when you feel inside where the drum part is on the disc, you can feel it's nice and smooth. You're going to get the new disc on, fits like a glove, get the caliper housing on, tighten it up, put the caliper housing on, put the brake pad anti-vibration retainers in, new pads with grease, and then put the caliper back on, tighten it all up, clean the disc with brake cleaner, and stick the wheel back on, you're good to go. So now we have it, the job's done, and I just need to clear the area, and I'll take the mystery machine out for a little run. Oh. It's weird not having a key. I thought it was only modern cars that were like that. Petrol as well. Right, so make sure you pump the brake pedal before you move off. That's a nice solid pedal. Right. actually feels really, really nice. See how comfy this is? This is like your couch at home. It's just so comfy. Yes, I know I'm not tripping. I just think it's really, really comfy, and that's what it's all about. Comfort. Because could you imagine you needed to do a long journey on this and it was uncomfy? I don't know. I have a funny feeling. What? This thing's four-wheel drive. This thing is actually four-wheel drive. What? I don't know what it's asking for the key for. The key was flashing, so I've moved it closer. Ah, it's the sat nav. It's telling me you're doing 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. Woohoo! Catch me if you can. I'll take a wee blast down the back road. The brakes on that, spot on. Ah, I keep forgetting. See, any time I drive a foreign vehicle, like an import, the stocks are on the other side. So instead of having the indicator on this side, it's on the other side. It can become quite annoying. You know, it's got the pearlescent paint, nice wheels. Fair enough, they're chrome. And the chrome isn't really designed for this country because of the road salt. They don't stay chrome for long. Saying it's got 86,000 miles. So I think it's maybe been converted to miles instead of kilometres. But I like this. It's also got the, well, it's like your manual box, so it's like semi-automatic. Right, let me see. Is this me in first? Go for second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. What? This wee thing's lovely. It's rapid as well. It's also got a snow button for whenever you're driving in snow. Mini disc changer, CD player. Obviously it'll have an onboard nav and whatever, but I'm impressed. I'm actually quite impressed by this. And I'm not usually a Jap vehicle person. This is super. I definitely think if you are going for an Elgrande, you won't be disappointed. Especially if it drives as smooth as this. If it's as been well looked after as this mechanically, you'll be on to a winner. Because they're so versatile. All them seats in the back can fold down flat so that it's like a bed. They also can be moved about. If you're at any car meets or whatever, it's a good wee divan because you can turn them so that the seats are facing each other. You can sit and chill out. There's quite a lot going for it. So it would be interesting to see how much the guy paid for this in comparison, because you've seen that Toyota Estima, you've seen what I paid for that as well. You know, I got that for 150 quid. Managed to turn it round, but obviously I'll never get a bargain like that again. I'll never get a bargain imported vehicle like that ever again. I think it was just my luck with that. Because at that price, there's no way you would get another one. This thing's nice. It definitely needs a good valet to bring up the scratch, but the bodywork on it, there's hardly any marks on the paperwork, or there's hardly any marks on the paintwork. You know, it just needs a bit of TLC. Because you can tell by the roof that it's not had a proper wash. I reckon, see, if you put this in to get detailed, it would be lovely. You know, to me, this looks like it's just been getting used for a van. But hey, what a van! If you had this and you were using it as a van, you've got yourself an absolute cracker, because you can do everything with it. Going outings in it, you can cart your tools about in it, you can go and collect the washing machine. You know, there's plenty of room. And as you know, it takes a lot to impress me. I'm impressed by this. You know, they're naff looking, but they're just such a quirky vehicle. So they are. And this thing drives lovely. Don't know what it would be like on fuel, but it actually drives really, really nice. So I'll get this back to the customer, and then I'll go and get the project car, which is all a big secret because I'm not telling you. You'll see on that video what I get. And I hope you enjoy the next video. Obviously I've got to piece it together as well, but I'll be putting this video out beforehand. And I know I've not been posting a lot of videos, I've just had too much stuff going on to focus on just doing videos, and I'm sorry for it, but hey ho, I'm only human. So I would appreciate it if you would stick by the channel and don't unsubscribe to me. Just keep subscribed and keep patient, because there will be videos to come. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and you found any worth to this, please like and subscribe, because it really helps the channel. And I've noticed that 75% of my watchers aren't subscribed and they're returning to the channel. But please hit that subscribe button, because you're really helping. So anyway, you guys take care, and I'll catch you in the next video. 10-10 over now.